Rangers baseball as Texas goes up against the Chicago Cubs. Coming at ya on 2K Sports.
Will the Texas Rangers be able to put up a road win? Interleague action coming up. Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Gary Thorne, John Crockett, Steve Phillips. So tonight, a look around this stadium, 41,000 strong. The role of starting pitcher, handled by Randy Wells. Stevie faces this Texas lineup today. What's his focus?
Well, with Randy Wells, there's nothing overpowering, and strike one is going to be critical. Command that fastball, work it in, work it out, up and down, and then that slider, he can bust it in on the hands of the right-handed hitter or down in the dirt away.
Now we'll see how Ron Washington set this lineup today. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, when Elvis Andrus came up to the big leagues, he was known for his defense. They didn't know if he could hit. Well, guess what? He can hit. This guy can do a lot of things at the top of the batting order, getting on base, scoring runs. Absolutely zero power, but that's not his game. Getting on and scoring runs is.
Play! Wells with the pitch. Oh, that is hit well off the bat of Andrus. And Soriano with the catch. Got a chance to check out the Cubs' defense as they're out on the field. And how do you like who's out there, John?
Well, Starlin Castro is a guy who is a work in progress. Yeah, a lot of times he'll boot the routine grounder and he loses his concentration. But when he gets that and he figures out a way to concentrate for 162 games, you're going to see a special one.
And here's Ian Kinsler.
But you'd love to see what Ian Kinsler can do in a full season. Once again, missing a lot of time in 2010 with injuries.
One out, nobody on. And Wells can't get him to swing at that one. It's low for a ball. Guys talking about Ian Kinsler, they really do need him to be playing in more games. He's only played more than 140 in a season once.
You know, they really need that because he's such an offensive player that missing that bat out of the lineup changes the whole flow and rhythm to their offense.
And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
And Ian Kinsler looks at that one, a ball to even.
He likes to swing 2-2. He's very aggressive, trying to fight off that strikeout. Let's see if he can get him chase a pitch out of the zone here.
That one fouled off by Kinsler.
Foul!
Wells with the pitch.
Foul!
Kinsler with another foul ball. Great effort.
Well, the pitcher's got to be thinking, what do I need to do? I mean, that's a great slider right there. He had the ability to put him away, but the hitter just got enough of it. This has been a good one.
Able to set him down there, chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
Well, he helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases it out of the zone for strike 3.
Now with 2 outs, a chance here for Josh Hamilton. In this matchup, lifetime 1 for 3 off Wells. A line drive toward short. And that'll be in there for Texas, their first hit. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. So there are 2 men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
Well, you know, he's feeling pretty good about himself right now. He's generating the first opportunity here with 2 outs to put up a run on this inning following his double.
It's Nelson Cruz. Runner on second and 2 outs. Slider just misses, 1-0. And with 2 down and a big RBI producer at the plate, here you're not going to give him the chance to bring those runs in.
Well, 2 outs, first base open. This is good strategy. Don't play with fire.
Here's Adrian Beltre with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1. His lifetime average 262 against the Cubs. He delivers. Swung on, lined over the first baseman's head. And that gets it done. Beltre a base hit. And Hamilton will score. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And in the batter's box, here's Moreland. Well, they've done themselves quite a job here. This is a nice push at this point of the ball game to get out in front.
Well, they've staked out an early lead in this one, just where they want to be.
Well, you know, when you hit like this in the first inning, you start to anticipate maybe a healthy bit of run support coming in this game. And Wells can't get him to swing at that one. It's low for a ball.
Now, Gary, they're taking advantage of some early pitching mistakes. You have to do that because you never know if those mistakes are going to happen later in the game. Take advantage of the opportunities.
Here's the 1-0. Change up low, 2-0.
Well, he tried to change up right there, but it just stayed down and off the plate.
A swing and a fly ball to left center field. This one to Soriano. And that's going to do it in this half inning. Nice way to get things started in this one. The Rangers lead 1-0. And Tommy Hunter is the pitcher. Texas has him starting. And what is it about this Cubs lineup today that he's thinking about, Steve?
Well, Tommy Hunter doesn't have overpowering explosive stuff. An average fastball, but a very good curveball and changeup. Sometimes he needs to pitch backwards. Throw the off-speed stuff early in the count, show the fastball late.
On the way. And it's fouled off. Liner between first and second. Moreland with the easy catch. That's one away. Now we'll take a look at the Cubs offense. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, Giovanni Soto is a guy that came into the big leagues with a bang, hitting balls out of the ballpark. What he has to do, though, is remain consistent with this swing. Sometimes he gets a little out of control and starts swinging at anything that comes up there, trying to hit home runs. As big as he is and as strong as he is, the power will come. He has to let it happen, though.
And he takes it inside, 1-0.
Well, the Cubs had great expectations going into the 2010 season, but nothing went right. They ended up losing their manager in Lou Piniella. Mike Quade comes in. They trade away Derek Lee and started this process of flipping the roster.
On the ground to second. And so Castro retired. A sign of the disturbance for the Cubs last year, Steve. Only Bird played 150 games. You had to check the scorecard.
I mean, you know, have some health problems for sure, and some young players, though, getting opportunities. I mean, Tyler Colvin, Starlin Castro, some good young players starting to break in for the Cubbies.
And here's Marlon Byrd. He's 4 for 21 career off the Rangers. The pitch. Cutter just misses. 1-0.
Oh, it's a good pitch with a cut fastball. When you're throwing this pitch, you want to start it on the corner, run it off the plate, trying to get the hitter to chase. Good piece of hitting to lay off of it.
Now the 1-0 pitch. He makes contact, line drive. And that will retire the side. Caught by Kinsler. No scoring here, ending this half inning. And we'll see the Rangers. It's got to be Napoli. He's going to get us started. Second inning. Out of the zone, Wells with the ball. That one swung on, hit in the air. And it goes foul. No luck on that one. Napoli will foul that one away. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Mike Napoli is struck out.
Well, with 2 strikes on the hitter, he went with the heat. I tell you what, a fastball in the low 90s, still very, very effective.
And Bourbon settles in.
You know, as good as that Rangers team was in 2010, a great offense and improved pitching staff. They played great at home, but they did not play as well on the road as you might think.
One out, bases empty. Grounded to Ramirez. And that'll set down Bourbon. The road record for the Rangers, surprisingly, I think, 39-42 on the road.
You know what it was? The offense wasn't the same away from their home stadium, and I think that comes into play a lot of times with these offensive ballparks at home.
And it's Hunter batting. Base is empty and 2 down. And Wells gets it in too close. That's taken for a ball.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch. Didn't get the strike.
The 1-0 pitch. And it's taken outside by Hunter for a ball. The 2-0 pitch, a fastball, but he missed. Strike one. Strike 2-1 pitch, slider, swung on and missed. 2-2.
Well, he doesn't want to lose him. A 2-2 count. He's going to go right at him. You've got a good fastball. This is the time to use it.
The 2-2 coming. There's a ground ball. Castro's there. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. It goes quickly for Randy Wells. 1-2-3. And he got that much-needed goose egg in the second after giving up a run in the first. And now on to the bottom half of the second. Leadoff hitter, Aramis Ramirez. Here it comes. Swings and sends it deep into right field. This ball way back. Goodbye, home run. And they're happy to tie that one up. Back to an even ball game with that solo shot. That solo shot makes an impact on their chances at victory. The win expectancy graph shows us.
Well, he looked like he got the pitch in his wheelhouse and he just drove it out of the ballpark.
When you get behind in a ball game, you want to get back early, get your mental set back, and they've done that.
Now this inning isn't over yet. They have a chance to still tack on some more runs. But give the Cubs credit. They maintained their focus, kept the pressure on, at least tied the game up. Now let's see if they can't get the momentum to take the lead.
No outs and the base is empty. First pitch fastball misses badly that time, 1-0. And you know the manager likes to see this game, especially with a great at-bat like we just saw.
Well, I mean, and the message in the dugout for the manager is take advantage of the opportunities. When you get a shot, capitalize on it, and that's what they're doing.
1-0 pitch, circle change, that's over, 1-1. Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. And Cruz is there. It's back towards the wall, and he still puts it away. Alfonso Soriano now with one away. Lifetime, .325 off Texas. The pitch. That's swung on a liner here. In there, and this is going to be trouble. Soriano going towards third. And he'll stop at third with a triple.
Well, he shoots this one out towards the wall, and he's thinking triple all the way. No hesitation running the bases. He cuts them perfectly. And with one out, let's see how they're going to pitch to the next guy.
Giovanni Soto with a runner at third. And that one is struck. Hamilton to field. Out number 2.
The fans are buzzing with anticipation. They understand this is a turning point in the game. When you're looking to try to get something going, to manufacture runs, bringing in a guy who can run can be absolutely critical and beneficial.
On at third base, Soriano. Here's the delivery. Shots him out with a cut fastball for a strike.
But Gary, now that he's ahead in the count, it's probably a good time to go to the changeup.
Missed badly with that curve there, 1-1.
He tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
And with the pitcher due up next here, they're just going to issue the free pass and go after him.
Well, you see the strategy used a lot in the National League. Pitcher tends to be an easy out, so you put the hitter before him on base and go right after the pitcher. Well, today's starter not overly sharp, didn't have his best stuff, kept his team close, but now it's going to come down to the late innings of the game, and can the bullpen get the job done?
Runners at first and third with 2 away. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. And it's up against the wall. And Soriano comes in to score. And the second run comes in. Boy, the Cubs are riding it along right now. They're making it happen. So a look now at the win expectancy graph and what those 2 RBIs have done for their chances.
Well, you just can't explain how valuable a pinch hitter is. A guy who can come off the bench cold and deliver a big hit.
runner at second base is Colvin. Here's the first pitch to Fukudomi. Rhodes gets him to swing and miss for a strike.
They go with the cut fastball, the inside part of the plate. Now they could go back-to-back there again or go to the outside corner. They can go either way.
Strike two. Fukudomi is going to have to be careful here.
Outstanding mechanics right there. He gets all of his body into the pitch. Great velocity on it. A strike away.
The pitch. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. That one goes foul.
Well, you're told with an 0-2 count to spread out your stance and to choke up on the bat so you can put the ball in play. Better control of the bat.
That one's lined softly towards the gap left center. And another one. It's contagious. And he scores. Situations repeating themselves here. A chance to produce, and they are.
Because the defense needs to stop right now. They need to put up an out here. This offense just has been relentless this inning.
Here's the pitch to Castro. Low pitch from Rhodes. That will be a ball.
Well, he missed with the first pitch, so I'm betting he's going to come back with the fastball right here as he's done in the past.
Pauses, and now the 1-0. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Castro grounds it, and Kinsler picks it up. Throws to first, side is retired. They strike for 4 runs, and they move back on top. Cubs jump ahead in this one. Afternoon at the ballpark. Pleasant, cool day here. And doing the pitching, it'll be Carlos Marmol. They've decided it was time to make a change here.
If you take a relief pitcher and try to turn him into a dominant closer, Carlos Marmol, to me, has the stuff to do it. The problem with Marmol is that he's never established a consistent arm slot, so he's...
And that swung on and hit. There's Bird. And it's in there, base hit. So Ian Kinsler will come up now.
Well, this guy's got a lot of speed over there at first base, and it's not going to be surprised to see him off and running to try to steal this base.
He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Andrus at first. And Marmol misses low that time.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
The 1-0 now. A swing and a drive deep left center field. He heads. Oh, the runner's tagging from first. The throw, not even close. He's in there easily at second. Runner at second, Josh Hamilton batting.
Well, Josh Hamilton was unbelievable in the playoffs when he was playing the American League teams. But just like every other player that the San Francisco Giants faced in the postseason, they shut down the great ones, and Josh Hamilton was no exception.
Hamilton gets set. Here's the delivery. The pitch from Marmol. That's going to be too high for a ball. John talking about the postseason for Josh Hamilton. It was like 2 different years. 2 hits against the Giants staff, against the Yankees, 4 homers, 7 RBIs, Steve.
Yeah, I think in the World Series he probably felt like he could have done more, but they would not have been in the World Series if it was not for Josh Hamilton. He has to remember that.
And that's going to bring up a key moment for Nelson Cruz. In his 7th season. One out with runners at first and second. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1. Career 4 for 10 against the Cubs. Nelson Cruz not fooled by that pitch, and the count is evened up.
You know, guys, I think Nelson Cruz could be one of these guys that could be one of the top hitters in baseball if he can stay healthy for a full season. I have the feeling he could put up some unbelievable power numbers.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. For Nelson Cruz, you really don't know what you're going to get out of him because on the DL twice last season really cut the year out.
Well, he's had a lot of problem with hamstring injuries that do take away from power. You think about that fact, he still showed power even though his legs weren't quite right. Got a chance to be a 30-40 homer guy.
To deep right center. It's off the wall on a hop. Andrus will score. The throw, and Hamilton comes home. They apply the tag. He is out at third. Here's Adrian Beltre with 2 down. They try and rebuild momentum. Looked like they had lost it earlier. Right now it's coming back to them.
Gary, that last at-bat is exactly the kind of at-bat that they needed. Quality, professional approach, putting it in play. Now they're in a position maybe to tie this thing up early on.
First one to Beltre. Here's the pitch. The pitch from Marmol. That's going to be too high for a ball. You know they're going to have another hit or two, Steve, but when you're hitting like this, your confidence level starts going up.
Gary, you just don't want the other team to run away from you. So at this point in the game, reduce the deficit, get it close, understanding you got plenty of time left.
One on the way. 1-1 pitch, a fastball, cut on, missed. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. And Adrian Beltre looks at that one for a ball. It'll even it up.
Well, the hitter didn't take the bait. That's a great pitch. That breaking ball down and away, trying to get the hitter to chase. You have to give him credit. He didn't go out of the zone for it.
That one's drilled to short. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, Gary, the Cubs played a solid all-around ball game today to come out with a victory, and they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
As we present our Player of the Game award, making it happen in the batter's box in this ball game was Tyler Colvin.
Well, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but it's when you get them. And that's how this game was decided. The one big hit of the entire game, and it's easy to see why we singled him out as the Player of the Game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
This is Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Hope you had a great time, as good as we did. Then you're all set. See you next time.